Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Deck, and if you enjoy talking about movies in any way, shape or form, you're going to feel right at home here. In today's video, we're not going to be doing a traditional video. This is going to be a bit more laid back, a bit more discussion based, no cuts, no edits, that sort of thing. And it's also kind of a topic discussion, but it's also a channel update at the same time, as they kind of go hand in hand in this particular case. So of course, I'm sure you guys know what is going on in the world right now. It is of course the global pandemic of the coronavirus. And with the coronavirus, we have seen many effects on many different industries. But in this video, I'm obviously going to be focusing on the film industry and also the television industry as well, as there has been a huge effect on the films that are going to be releasing from major studios. We have seen so many delays and so many cancellations in the past sort of week or so that have really thrown everything off. We have seen films like No Time to Die get pushed back till November. We've seen Fast and Furious 9 get delayed an entire year until April of 2021. And we've seen other films like Mulan and The New Mutants get pushed back with no definite release dates and have been put on hold indefinitely. So what does this mean for these films? Well, obviously, it's not hard to realize, obviously, these are financial and business decisions. Obviously, movies, it's an industry, it's a business industry, it's all about making money at the end of the day, and if people are not comfortable enough to go out to movie theaters to actually go and see these films, there's not really much point in studios actually releasing these films. Especially, studios like Disney who have big films like Mulan, and also Universal with Fast and Furious 9, both of these films will both have huge Chinese box offices, and given the fact that, China is such a kind of hotspot for the coronavirus at the moment, even though they are coming out on the other end of it, it seems, at least right now, there's still going to be a huge effect on the global box office that people just aren't going to be going out to the movie theater to see movies. That's just not going to happen, especially because movie theaters and cinemas, they are so rife and susceptible to these kind of things to spread. It's a bunch of people in an enclosed environment, and I don't think I've ever been to a cinema where someone hasn't coughed once. I don't think that's ever happened in my entire life watching movies. I don't think that's ever happened. So movie theaters are not exactly the best place to be right now. So what about these movies that are being delayed? Well, I think for a lot of it, it is going to have a bit of an effect on each film individually, and each film is going to have a slightly different effect. I mean, especially because films like No Time to Die, which was of course the first major film to get pushed back, that film was really coming out fairly soon. It was coming out in April, so it was really ramping up its marketing. Like No Time to Die, especially here in the UK, of course Bond is huge here in the UK, the marketing is everywhere for No Time to Die. Like, it was absolutely filled with it everywhere. And now the movie's been pushed back till November, which is a bit of an issue when it comes to the marketing of the movie, because obviously that marketing budget has basically already been spent as the movie was so close to release. But now they're going to have to stretch that marketing budget all the way through to November, and that could be an issue. Same with Fast and Furious 9. Fast and Furious 9 was meant to be coming out, of course, in May, and now that's coming out in April of 2021, which I'm slightly fuming about because I have to wait a whole other year to see Han, but it is all about public safety after all. Now, these release dates I don't think are definite, of course. I mean, I think that, the reason why so many of these films like Mulan and New Mutants have been removed off the release calendar indefinitely is because studios don't want to put a specific release date on them. They don't want to say, oh, this is when this movie's coming out, and this is when this movie's coming out, and then they have to change the release date again and again and again. What they're doing is they're just leaving them out in the open and then monitoring the situation that's going on in the world so they can decide when it gets to the right point in time when they can release the film. I've seen a lot of people say that, and I've seen a lot of people obviously talking about this, and, people are saying, well, what about streaming services? Why don't they release these movies on streaming services? Especially with Disney, they got obviously Disney Plus, very big streaming service now out there in the world. It's about to launch here in the UK next week. Why don't they use Disney Plus to put Mulan on there? That'd be a huge thing to bring people to. And while I think that's true, I just don't think, Disney are going to want to put that on a streaming service. Big movie like Mulan, especially it's tracking very well, or at least it was tracking very well. It's just not a big movie that they're going to want to put on Disney Plus. It's not a Disney Plus movie, at least not yet. So I can't really see that happening. So these movies are literally just floating around in the ether of the studios, just waiting to be released. It just depends on when the studios feel comfortable at doing that. Given the situation of the coronavirus and given the situation of the world, we'll decide when they're going to release it. Now, with the films being delayed, all these different movies being delayed, a big problem is affecting us movie YouTubers. Now, obviously, someone like me, it's not as big of an issue because I don't do YouTube as a job. This isn't something I do for money. I don't make any money off of YouTube. So, you know, if I went 3 months without making a video, it would make no odds. But, you know, I know for a lot of people, it's going to be a big issue. As there are no movies releasing, so we can't go out to the cinemas, we can't go see anything, and therefore we can't review anything because there's nothing there. So this is a bit of an issue for YouTubers out there, and I do want to say, you know, for some of the bigger YouTubers out there who perhaps have Patreon pages and stuff like that, if you're ever going to support a YouTuber on Patreon, now is the time to do it, because like I say, we are going to be, I say we, I'm not really included in that group, but they are really going to be struggling with, you know, especially, they're really going to have to try to come up with more and creative and more individual content over these next few months while we kind of just wait for things to go back to normal. So, you know, if you feel like, you know, if there's a particular film YouTuber that you love, that you know has a Patreon page, go and support them because they need your help now more than ever. But in regards to me and also other film YouTubers out there, what am I going to be doing on this channel? Because honestly, there's not going to be any film reviews coming for a while on this channel. There just isn't, because even though there are films out at the moment which I could go see, like films like Bloodshot and The Hunt and My Spy, I just don't really want to take the risk, personally. I don't want to take the risk of going out to the theatre to watch a movie and potentially get the virus. That's just not, it's not something I want to do. And again, because this isn't my job, this isn't something that I feel particularly obligated to do to that extent, I just don't really want to take that risk. So for me personally, I'm just not going to see those films in the cinema. I'm just going to wait. You know, I'll see them eventually because I do really want to see Bloodshot, just because that movie looks like dumb fun, and I love Vin Diesel, I love Isa Gonzalez, I want to see that movie, but I will wait. You know, it's not worth, you know, my health to risk that. So I am going to wait until that movie comes out, and these other films as well. So film reviews, when will they resume? Your guess is as good as mine. But in regards to what other content I'll be doing, I'm going to be focusing a lot more on different kinds of content. Obviously, while the film industry is slowing down, the news that's coming out for films won't be. So I'm going to be doing a lot more news-based videos, which is something I've tried to implement a little bit. And I've done a bunch of news videos in the past when I've sort of done different versions of this channel and stuff like that. I really enjoy talking about news because I think it's really interesting to discuss. I think there's a lot of really good talking points that can come with that and discussion points in the comments. So I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more news-based videos. And also, I'm probably going to focus on doing some more older stuff as well. You know, perhaps older reviews, or perhaps sort of, you know, series, franchises, things like that. A bit more fun videos that can sort of replace the reviews for now. Because like I say, I don't know how long this is going to go. Nobody knows how long this is going to be. You know, movies just not being around. Like, if you look at the release schedule, if you look at the release calendar for films, there is literally nothing coming out until like May. Black Widow, I think, is like the next major release, which is like May the 1st or 2nd or something like that. So we have got a long time to wait. Obviously, it's sort of mid-March right now, so we've got about a month and a half until things start to come out again, but even so, that may change. Like, they didn't delay Black Widow, but I'm very much under the impression that if things don't improve and if things don't change with the coronavirus, we will see Black Widow get pushed back as well. I just think that it was so far away to the point that Disney didn't want to announce it when they announced things like Mulan and New Mutants. They were just like, well, let's just, you know, we'll delay these for now, and then we'll come to Black Widow later if we need to. We don't want to delay that right now, because, you know, we don't know how long the situation is going to go on. We don't know how bad it's going to get. It might get worse. It might get better. We don't know. And that's what I'm saying with these videos and with the reviews and things like that. How long will it be till we review, you know, new release films again? Who knows? Who knows? So it's a bit of a bad situation right now for the film industry and for film YouTubers. Of course, there's hundreds of industries out there, and it's very first world problems to sit here and be like, oh, there's no new movies coming out, but there's a lot worse situations out there, of course. People stockpiling toilet rolls and Carex bottles, which, you know, if you're doing that, just stop. But I think that there are a lot worse things going on, of course, and there are things we should be focusing on. Of course, this is all about our health at the end of the day, and we should definitely be focusing on, you know, being careful, washing our hands, being careful, and, you know, just trying our best to be as clean as possible so we don't spread this disease anymore, because it is really disrupting the world. It's really throwing the world into a spiral, so we need to make sure that we are, you know, doing our best to make sure that we are not doing it any worse than we are right now. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to let you guys know about what's going on with my channel, what my sort of plans are. Again, it's not very definitive, and I do apologize for that, just because, again, this is a situation that's just come out of nowhere, so we've had to kind of adapt to it. But, you know, this channel is obviously still sticking around. There's going to be videos on here. They may not be as frequent as usual, And of course, there won't be any new release reviews from here on in until we get to whatever point it's going to be when new releases start coming out again. So, you know, just be prepared for that. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any video suggestions or video ideas that you would like me to make sure you chuck them in the comments down below. Because, of course, what I will say as well is just a quick little addition. Obviously, new film releases won't be happening, but we're still going to have new TV releases, especially stuff on Netflix, and Disney Plus is literally about to launch here in the UK next week. We are on the eve of the launch of Disney Plus, so I'll be reviewing things like The Mandalorian and a bunch of the Disney Plus content, especially if I'm going to be stuck in my house, you know, because I can't go outside because of this disease. I'm going to have plenty of time to watch Disney Plus stuff and also just other streaming stuff and stuff like that. So, you know, expect a lot of videos on that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Any video suggestions you have, chuck them in the comments down below. I'll be sure to respond to them. And as always, if you want to see more movie reviews and movie-related videos just like this one, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads from me. And hope to see you guys again next time.